must remember to hit record. So, I'm filming some sit-down videos just because it gives me a lot more freedom to make my vlogs extra good, basically, because I'm not actually that interesting. And one thing I found when I was doing Vlogmas last year was that I'm boring. Really boring. And I don't actually have enough interesting stuff in my life to vlog 5 days a week. So, I'm making videos that means I can make myself look more interesting than I am. So, inside secret there, and you might want to write that one down. But I am in my dressing room today, and I'm something about throat. Oh, I've still got my coffee cup here. Fab, fab, fab. Gold. Pop that back there. So I'm in my dressing room today, and I'm filming a video that I really have been thinking about filming, and I've filmed a couple of times in different ways, and they've never gone live. So this way, I think it's going to be best. What I've wanted to start doing, well, let me give you the backstory. So a few months, was it this year or last year? It was last year, I think it was. We went to an event with GHD, and myself, Victoria, Jamie Genevieve, we all stayed up quite late, and we were talking about Amazon, okay? If you didn't see the thumbnail, then this is an Amazon video. And we were in absolute hysterics talking about what we buy on Amazon, and it was just so funny, and we were all talking about videos and Amazon videos and things like that. And what I want to do moving forward is like monthly what I've been buying on Amazon, because where I live we don't have a village shop. We can't just like pop out unless it's like 10-15 minutes down the road. So what I tend to do is I add things to my Amazon cart or to my Amazon like day order, and things are delivered on one day, and it's kind of like my little, I needed that, and it comes on the same day, and it's just really, really handy. So I find Amazon really, really useful. When I talk about Amazon, I get a lot of questions because I buy beauty products from Amazon as well. People were like, oh, I thought they were fake. Amazon's had a massive shake-up recently, and it's kind of become pretty much the place to go to get things quickly. And if I run out of something, like I didn't know that I didn't have any in stock or I needed a little bit more, I go to Amazon because I can usually get things super quickly. And it's been a bit of a game changer, especially where we live. But they've also got just the most random of stuff ever. And I find myself buying things that I didn't even know I needed that just changed the game for me. So monthly, I'm going to be doing a little bit of an Amazon haul with you. But these are things that I think are quite useful. So I'm not going to be showing you any crap. Well, I mean, that's subjective, but I'm not going to be showing you things that are like wasteful or anything like that. I'm going to be showing you things that are useful and hopefully lovely items that you might be looking for, basically. That's a technical term. Lovely items that you might be looking for. I'm in a little new setup in my dressing room as well, because I wanted you to get like the full, you know, the full view. The view. I feel like a weather lady. I'm like, and this is my Dior bag, and this is my Dior bag, and these are my Dior shoes, and these are my jumpers. Anyway, so with all of that rambling aside, if you are new to my channel and you haven't come across me before, my name is Lydia, and I've been on YouTube for about, I think, 4 years now, and I love it. I love connecting with you guys, and I also vlog all of the time, and I hope that you will join me for more videos, more Amazon hauls, more other kinds of hauls, more vlogs, more everyday life here on my channel. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do, because it's such a good indicator for me when kind of doing my content, whether you guys like it, whether you like me, you know? So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now, because how long have I been rambling? Oh, 5 minutes. Fabo. So, without further ado, let's get into the Amazon haul. With a new year and January time, you get a new, I love that, I'm like, let's start the haul, or let's ramble for another 5 minutes. No, with January, I always have a new lease of life. Not only have I just had 2 weeks off over Christmas, but I put changes in place, and I'm quite good at sticking to them and giving myself a little bit more boundaries, but I'm definitely taking more of like a holistical self-care approach to things, and things that are gonna help me, make life easier, just little things like that. So the first thing that I wanted to do was to get back into yoga. And I could not believe it when I saw that they had, I'm just gonna get it out there, they had I think it's the Lifeform. I don't know how you say this, but it's the Lifeform yoga mat, and I'll pop some reviews. It's actually really heavy for a yoga mat, but I popped some reviews that I read in the description box down below. But also, when I told people that I got this yoga mat, never have I had so many messages about a yoga mat. People were like, this is game changing. And the thing that I like about this is it has measurements on it, so it's really easy to know when you're sort of putting your hands and feet in the right positions for your downward dogs and things like that. But I wanted to take yoga a little bit more seriously, and I've been doing yoga at home and also been going to classes as well as like meditation classes and stuff like that. So I thought, what better motivator than investing in a really good mat? Because my old mat had like paint all over it. It was really good though, it was a real squishy one. But yeah, it was just a bit, it was a bit embarrassing getting it out, okay, when I was going to the yoga studio, because I looked like I'd used it to paint my bedroom, and I probably had in our old house. So I'd seen this yoga mat on Net-a-Porter years ago. I don't think they have it anymore, but when I saw it on Amazon, I was looking for a yoga mat and I was like, oh, they've got the bougie yoga mat, okay. So I ordered it, and so far I've used it a couple of times. I'm using it tonight as well because I have a yin yoga class at 7 o'clock with my best friend. And with my best friend, like, you don't know who she is. But this is what I'm going to be taking with me. Now, this is heavy, so I didn't want it, like, you know, to be carried under my arm. So I needed to get like, well, it actually comes with a bag, but the bag doesn't have any individual pockets with it. So it's great for like storage. But if I want to put like my car keys in there, or my bank card, or some mints, or something like that, I needed something a little bit better. And I saw that Carrie had like this sort of over-the-shoulder bag, and I just looked on Amazon, and I wanted it in black because I'm just not really, you know, I'm not a colourful person, evidently. But I found it in black, and it had this little pouch on the front, but it also had a zip pocket. So in there at the moment is my driving licence. I've also got some concealer in there, some NARS concealer, some loose chewing gum, which is pretty gross, but yeah, whatever. And that's what I use this for. So I put my yoga mat in there, in this main pocket here, and this was about, I think it was about £7. It's just sort of like a canvasy, linen feeling fabric, nice and robust, nice and thick, but then with this little pouch on the front, and then the little zip pouch as well to put things like keys and change and stuff like that in there. So I picked up both of those to help me on my new yoga journey, and I am very, very happy with both of them, very happy. And I was just over the moon to be able to find that yoga mat again, because I couldn't find it on Net-a-Porter, but I found it there. So those are those things. Now I've got a little box from Amazon that I've popped loads of stuff in here. First up in this box is my new water bottles. Now I scoured Amazon for new water bottles. Now you might have seen over Vlogmas I was using this kind of orangey one. I don't even know where I found it, but it was in our cupboard. I think Ali was sent it or given it. Ooh. But I really wanted to get a good strong one because that one started leaking, and I wanted one that I could use and use and use. I also wanted one that was a litre, because that one I think is 750ml. So I can track how much water I'm drinking more often. I also wanted one that I could clean properly, and this came with all of the attachments to ensure I can clean the straw. Also has a straw. I don't like water bottles that you have to sort of drink like that, because I end up pouring it all down myself. These closing sort of straw contraption-y ujimi flips are brilliant. I also wanted one that had a clip, so that when I am on the bike or something like that, because my bike doesn't actually have a drink stand, I can clip it onto my waistband and it stays on there like that. Then obviously it's got all of the things in here to clean the little bottle thing, which I think is great as well. So it's got the little thing to go up the straw to clean that out. This is another cleaner, I think. Is this a cleaner? Oh, it clips onto something. Oh no, this is to actually like get into the bottle and clean it out. How good is that? Very, very snazzy. It also has markers on the side of it. Now there was ones that had like motivational speeches on them. I wasn't really down with that. So this one has 1,000 millilitres at the top, so that's a litre, but it also tracks all the way down the side there. So I got one for myself, but I also got one for Ali because he definitely doesn't drink enough water. So I got him the black one. It comes in 2 colours like this. I got myself the clear one and I got Ali the black one. These are just the most useful things to have. So I found those on Amazon. I think they're about £11 each, and I'm going to crack mine open today and start using it. Who's at my front door? Who is it?
DHL.
Ooh, DHL. So next up, one of the things that I've been doing more of, I hope to have more time to do this in 2020, but I definitely haven't, but I definitely had time over Christmas and I did a load of batch cooking and I got to learn the kind of tools that I needed a little bit more to make batch cooking easier for myself, more efficient and just more doable and quicker. So I set about getting myself a few new cooking utensils for my batch cook. First up, I actually got myself 12 of these, but I thought I don't need to show you all 12 and just tell you I bought 12 and show you 6. These are little mini Tupperware, not single use, which is good. They're the Easy Lock food containers and they're a pack of 6, 500ml. And these are great for individual portions. If you make like stews, or Carrie even taught me how to make a tagine, anything. Basically, I can pop individual portions in here, and if I'm not at home, Ali can take one out and let it defrost, and if we're both there, we can take 2 out and let them defrost. So we've actually got 2 more defrosting downstairs, and I thought that worked really, really well. So I actually find that the smaller the Tupperware, the better it is, because I've got a few dishes in there at the moment that if I was to defrost them, we'd probably have to eat it for a few days in a row. So I treated myself to some new Tupperware and I'm really happy with those. So I got these obviously on Amazon and just easy, nothing too fancy, can easily label them as well and super handy to have. The next thing I ordered myself was these bad boys. So when preparing stews and things like that, you do a lot of peeling, a lot of cutting of vegetables, and I find the whole thing a bit of a faff. These little contraptions hook onto your drawers of your kitchen. Now make sure that they fit, because my drawers are a little bit thick, so I have to do them on the side of my drawers. But you basically take all of the peelings and ends of the veg and just scoop them into here and then stick it into your compost bin. So I've got 2 of those, really, really handy, and it just makes clearing up a little bit smoother, and I love that. Anything that makes life a little bit easier, I love. So I thought that these were great. I think they're about like £5 or something like that, but super handy if you're going to be doing things like that, or just anything in your kitchen. You can just hook them on the side when you're opening things, scoop everything into there. You can have 2 if you have to do recycling like we do where we live. You can put like plastics and recyclables in this one and then dump them into the correct bins. So very, very handy. Also good for dressing rooms. You can hook them on the drawers in your dressing rooms and keep like cotton wool or straighteners or hair dryers and just sort of keep them there ready to use. You can get different colours, of course. So that was handy. Oops. That was handy for my new batch cooking abilities. The next kitchen essential that I ordered was some new silicone spatulas. I don't know if you remember, but Carrie ordered me a silicone spatula and it was a spoon. So it was like this, but blue. And I wanted to get some bigger ones. So I ordered a set of 3 and these ones came in black, which is a little bit more my aesthetic, but really nice and flexible, easy to use. They've got different sort of sizes in there and just really good for baking. I've been doing a little bit more baking as well, and scraping down the sides of like my Thermomix and things like that a lot easier, because I've been making some flapjacks and some torts and it's been really, really fun. I've enjoyed it a lot. So I've been looking for a good neutral coloured spatula that I can introduce to my kitchen and cooking abilities. So just a quick easy one, that one, and I'll put those back here. Another thing for my kitchen, so those are more of like the cooking things, but obviously when you are cooking things, you are using things up. So I wanted to get a magnetic notepad for the fridge, basically, so that if we need to pick anything up and maybe we haven't realised or someone else has realised, they can note it down on this pad, which I liked because it was neutral. There wasn't a lot of neutral ones on Amazon. This one says groceries and which I liked, but it's also black and white and you can tick things off and just note them down, and it comes with a little magnetic stickery thing and you just stick where it works best for you and then put it on the side or on the front of your fridge, and you're able to note everything down that you need. You can also have a list on your phone, which we have one of those as well, but this is for, you know, those moments when you're like, oh, and it means that we can check this and we can see on there and see what we need to pick up. So very, very handy if you're prone to forgetting things on the shopping list, like we are. Like our weekly food shop is a military operation in our house because Carrie cooks lunches and we cook at dinner time and everyone's using coffees and people are doing these things and this thing, and then we never know what we've used. So you have to like not only note things down, but then we also have to physically go through the cupboards and be like, what are we running out of? So it takes like 2 or 3 people to go through and do our food shop, which is a bit of a ball ache, but it's the way it is. If anyone's got any tips for making that a little bit easier, more streamlined, pop them in the comments down below. The next thing that I purchased on Amazon was some nutritional yeast flakes. Now, I am a self-confessed cheesehead. I love cheese. I love it. I absolutely love cheese. But I appreciate that the fact that I love cheese does not outweigh the fact that I love aminos more. So, I've mentioned previously that I'm trying to make changes and we already don't have milk in our house. We use dairy-free butter and we are making changes slowly but surely as and when we feel comfortable doing them. And I'm currently looking for a cheese substitute that I can use more regularly and hopefully one day I can move away from. I'm the kind of person that when I go to other people's houses or when I go to restaurants, I try and not inconvenience people. So I'll try things or eat things there that I wouldn't necessarily eat at home. That's like what works well for me. So if I go to a restaurant and there's nothing on the menu that I can eat because I don't eat gluten and I don't eat meat and things like that, I'll pick an item that I wouldn't normally eat at home. And same if I go to someone's house, I try my best not to inconvenience them and make them have to like cook an entire meal for me. It's only if I obviously have to like go out afterwards, then I'll be like, oh, I kind of have to eat gluten-free because, yeah. So anyway, long rambly thing. I tried to order these on our weekly food shop and they didn't seem to have it. So I looked on Amazon and I found it on there, and I'm gonna give making some sort of cheese sauces and things like that with this product. It's rich in B12, it's GMO free and it's dairy free. The packaging is plastic free packaging. It's 100% compostable and it's made from renewable bio-based sources. And that's a 250 gram bag. They had different sizes of bags and it's the whole food earth one. So I'll link that in the description box down below. Next up, we have beauty products. Now, this was one of the things that people were really sort of confused about shopping on Amazon. They were sort of a bit like, oh, I thought everything was like fake on there. No, I get a lot of my beauty products from Amazon, especially things that I use quite a lot. And if I can't get them on the weekly food shop and I can't justify getting in my car and driving all the way to the town to get one hair mask, so I add things to my basket or I add things to my Amazon delivery day. I don't know what they call it. There's like a special name, your Amazon day or something like that. And then everything gets delivered at once. First up, I ordered the Kerastase Resistance Mask Therapist. I've spoken about this mask a lot. My mum is using this to repair her hair. Carrie is using this on her hair and I am using it on mine. Every hairdresser I've spoken to basically recommends this mask for feeding your hair, looking after your hair, especially if you've been using bleach and things like that, which I've had a lot of processing recently. So my hair is a little bit drier than it usually would be, but I'm taking a lot of extra care of it using this mask. So I wet my hair when I shower before bed and I put this on my hair, tie my hair up in a bun, sleep, and then in the morning I shampoo, I condition and wash the mask out, and then I'll use a castor oil or an almond oil on my hair to lock in some more moisture. And that's kind of my hair routine at the moment. But this mask is a game changer in your hair. So I've been using this a lot recently and I highly, highly recommend it.
Knickknacks.
You throw my knickers at me. So that is the mask. Another item that I picked up on Amazon is my Laura Mercier Flawless Perfecting Water Moisture Mist. I tried to pick this up when I went shopping the other day and it was sold out. And this is something that I use morning and night on my skin. I love this product. It is so great for locking in moisture and really hydrating your skin. I use it so much. I do wish that the spray on it was maybe a little bit less like someone was spitting in your face, but the product itself is beautiful. I use it when I have dry skin days. I use it as like a sort of essence more than anything. So I don't put it onto cotton pad. I spray it directly onto my face and almost massage it in. I love it. So this is my 4th bottle of this. I go through it very quickly because I use a lot of it. I don't think you're probably supposed to use it as much as I do, but I just love it so much. So I picked up that from Amazon as well. I was really happy to see it on there because it was sold out everywhere I went, so picked it up on there. That is beauty products. So where is my phone? And the final thing, which I am working on a blog post for at the moment, I obviously use Audible. I don't work with Audible, by the way. I am just a customer, a paying customer of Audible, but it is my favorite app at the moment. And I obviously buy a lot of books from there, and I am currently listening to a book that I've spoken about a lot on Instagram and on my YouTube, I think, possibly not, and on my blog, but I wanted to mention it here. I purchased, can you see that? This is The Sweet Spot, and it's by Christine Carter, and I'm already on chapter 12 of 12, so I've almost finished it, but I'm going to go straight back to the beginning and listen to it again because I feel like I really want the information in this book to go into my head. Lots of reminders, life lessons, good practices, good habits, good mantras, it's a real sort of like life overhaul, but things that you kind of wish you would learn when you were younger and things like that. I just love it. I've got everyone pretty much on it. I sent it to my brother because I bought my brother an Audible subscription for his birthday. I've got Carrie listening to it. I've got lots of people online. Well, I've just mentioned it and recommended it. So I wanted to say that that was in my list of purchases that I made this month, and I wanted to tell you about it because it's one of my favourite purchases of them all, and I literally cannot stop listening to it. I listen to it when I do my makeup, or when I'm cooking, or anything like that. I love it. And I'm gonna try and include a book in each of my Amazon hauls for the month, so that's a good one for me, probably my favorite. So, I would say that that is everything that I've purchased from Amazon this month, and these are all really useful things that I'm really looking forward to either trying and just using, but I think are gonna make a good impact on day-to-day life and just doing the things that I've been enjoying a lot of over the Christmas break. So I hope some of these items are as useful for you as they are for me, and as usual, all of these items will be linked in the description box down below. So if you liked this video and you found it interesting and useful, please do hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments which items you were potentially looking for and what items you purchased and you liked. I'd love to know, because I find the things that I find on Amazon so useful, so I would love to hear if they were as useful for you as well. Other than that, I will see you in my next video, and I hope you enjoyed watching my channel. Thanks so much. Bye!